Today's video is all about saving you money. Let's face it, I don't know if you know this or not, but golf can get kind of expensive. Like really expensive. I mean, for me it can at least. I'll tell you what, since the COVID boom, greens fees, clubs, golf balls, all kinds of stuff, it adds up. And the thing is that you don't have to suffer performance when it comes to finding a good deal on a golf ball. And I've tested over 110 this year alone, as well as over 250 in the last 5 years. And through that time, I have found plenty of what I consider diamonds in the rough. Golf balls that actually could help you save some strokes, but won't hurt your wallet. All right, so when it comes to these golf balls, there's really no stipulations, right? This is just gonna be, it could be 2-piece, it could be 4-piece, it doesn't matter. It's just about a good deal, a good value for what you're getting. There's tons of them. I don't want to waste your time here with any like intro or anything. Let's just get right to it because there are tons of great deals I want to share with you today, starting with Clear Golf. Now, this is a company that was originally kind of brought up by Charles Schwartzel, excuse me. It was a direct-to-consumer golf ball, but it was priced at like $60 a dozen. And although I did get to test one of them, it was a traditional feeling golf ball, and it's definitely 4-piece, firmer. But after that, I believe there was a buyout, if I'm not mistaken, and now Sub 70 sells them. Sub 70 being the direct-to-consumer club company. And what's cool about this is now they're offering them at a dozen price of $30 a dozen. But it gets even better because if you buy 5 boxes or more, you can get them for $25. So if we look at the chart here, as you can tell, the Clear Golf ball can get down to a ridiculously low price of just $2.08 per ball, and for a 4-piece urethane, there's not too many other, values like that on the market. Now, I'll be honest, as far as performance, again, it didn't blow me away. It's very traditional. I think fast swingers are going to benefit the most here, but there's been a lot of positive feedback on the channel, and I've had people email me a couple times and say, hey, I actually kind of enjoyed them. You should. So it's a solid golf ball, and regardless of, how it truly performs, at that price point, it's probably worth a try at least. Next up, we have the Cut Gray and the Cut DC. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Cut Golf hasn't had their issues over the year. They have, the Cut Blue, the durability issues in years past has just been, you can hit the ball one time basically and you're done. The Cut Red, there's been all kinds of those issues with them cracking, and so they don't even get on this list. But the Cut Gray is a solid option. It really is. It's a 3-piece urethane. It comes in at a really inexpensive point. And then the Cut DC is actually a 4-piece. And if you look at this here on the chart, $1.60 per golf ball. You can get them for $20 a dozen at Walmart, basically. It's a 3-piece urethane, like I said. And then when it comes to the Cut DC, their MSRP price is $29.99, which is about $2.50 a golf ball. It is a 4-piece, and it's urethane also. And those golf balls don't win any awards, but they're pretty solid. The DC spins a ton if you're someone looking for, a really fast golf ball with a lot of spin. And at that price point, again, might be worth a shot for some of you. Now, next up, I want to talk about Seed Golf. So Seed Golf, many of you remember, was one of my favorite companies from last year. It was the first time I ever tested this. This is a overseas brand. I've had the chance to meet their owner and founder, an extremely smart individual. These golf balls are loaded with technology. They're extremely premium, and you can get them for actually a really great deal. There's actually 4 different Pro or Tour models, however you want to call it. This is what they look like. There's the SDO1, the SDO2, the SDO5, and the SDX1. And if you do the subscribe service they have, which is where you get a box delivered once every 3 months, you can get them down to $2.75 a golf ball, which, again, for that type of technology, that type of premium, ball, the manufacturing process, it's a great deal. These golf balls have tested really well for me. I enjoy them. I just got done testing the new Pro Feel this year. Haven't released a review yet. Love it. Absolutely love it. So this is definitely a brand that if you're looking for value, wouldn't hurt to look at. Next up, we have the Lazarus L3R. This is a golf ball that kind of released last year at the end, kind of snuck in there. Lazarus, if you don't know, makes clubs, and they've developed a cult following, if you will, of some really dedicated, loyal fans who say, hey, listen, I'm paying a third of what I was paying for clubs as far as hybrids, wedges, even maybe a driver in there. But the performance is still pretty darn good. So Lazarus came out with a golf ball, and it sits around $22 a dozen. 3-piece urethane. So if you look at this, $1.91 a golf ball, can't beat that with a stick. 3 layers on there, it is urethane. In my experience, this golf ball was a little firm. It is kind of clicky, so maybe for the faster swing crowd or someone who doesn't mind that click. But if that's you, it's worth a shot. You can get them delivered the next day on Amazon, and for that price point, it is well worth it. You don't have to pay any shipping cost, really. That's what makes it so great. Next up, we have the Amazon Core Soft Golf Ball, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was in love with this golf ball because I wasn't, but there's no mistaking it's a pretty darn good value. When it comes to the design, really good, easy to see, alignment tool, you know, just the smiley face on there, very basic. It comes in a yellow. Amazon did a lot of the basics, pun intended, right. But, you know, value-wise, here you are. I mean, you see what I'm looking at here? I mean, $1.11 a golf ball, 2 layers. That's going to get the job done. You know what I mean? If you need a golf ball because you're losing a lot of them and you just want something that's just kind of solid and trusty and, you know, you can lose a few and you're not going to be like screaming and be upset and have to lose sleep over it, that's a good option. Next up, we have Wilson Distance balls. Now, this one's grouped because there's, and let me just say this. If you're looking for a golf ball that costs $1 a piece, Wilson's a great place to start because there are tons of them, and most of them, I would say 90 to 95%, I really like a lot. There's a couple mixed in there I didn't like, but what's hilarious is I didn't like them, but a lot of people in the community did. So I think Wilson just has the $1 per ball market really cornered well. These are the 4 I like the most I want to show you. As you can see on the left, that's the King of Kings right there. The Wilson Boost. It was number 3 in our top 100 last year. You can get them for $9.72 at Walmart for a dozen. That's 81 cents a golf ball. It's awesome. I love it. Wilson Profile as well. 36 golf balls on Amazon for I think like 30 bucks, 88 cents a piece. Wilson Chaos comes in a 24 pack for like 25 bucks. Again, just an amazing deal. These are all, you know, firmer distance golf balls. That last one there is actually the Wilson Tour Velocity, which is another one I had really good success with, and again, under $1. And it's incredible because they also have the 50 Elite. They also have the Ultra 500, which I didn't really care for, but some of you do. The Wilson Zip is a softer version for really slow swingers. I mean, Wilson just has so many of them. The Smart Core, that's another one. They have the market flooded, but what's really cool is you don't have to really dig and find the diamonds in the rough. It's actually more rare to find one that doesn't work than isn't eye-popping. It's crazy. It's still crazy to even say out loud. Next up, I want to talk about tour ball BOGOs. Now, what I mean by this is that there are a few tour balls that actually offer either BOGO deals a few times a year, or they offer a BOGO deal throughout the year, and it helps the price of them a lot, right? Some people don't know about this, and so I just wanted to bring attention to it. If we look at this chart here, I just want to tell about a couple of them. Like Callaway there. That's the Callaway on the far left there. They actually year-long will run a buy 3, get 1 free. You can get this from like Dick's Sporting Goods or a couple other retailers, but you pay $165. That gets you 4 dozen, which ends up being about $3.44 a golf ball. Then if you go to Bridgestone, Bridgestone's in that same boat. You can do the same exact thing, but since their MSRP price is only $49.99 instead of $55 a dozen, it's actually cheaper, $3.13 a ball. 3 layers throughout. You can get any of the Tour B models in that way, so excellent. The Strixon series, twice a year, Father's Day and around Black Friday, Strixon will run a buy 2, get 1 free sale, which means that it's basically $33 a dozen, and that's for the Z-Star, the Z-Star XV, or the Diamond. They also run it on their value balls as well, so you can really get a good steal there. $278 a ball is just incredible. And then Wilson does the same thing a couple times a year. I don't know exactly. They just kind of run them randomly, or maybe they're not random, but maybe I just don't know. But again, $278 a golf ball. Those are all tour quality golf balls that are played on tour. If you want that premium quality and you show your friends, whatever, those are ways you can play a tour quality golf ball, but at a much cheaper price. Next up, we have the grocery balls. Now, what do I mean by grocery balls? Well, there's really only 2 main ones I want to talk about, and that is the Members Mark and the Kirkland Signature. 2 balls that garnished a lot of attention this year. The Kirkland because it came out with a new model and did really well, and the Members Mark because it's brand new and it's new to the market. So hey, welcome to the party. However, these two golf balls couldn't be further from one another. The Members Mark is soft, squishy, a little bit more controlled. So I always tell people, listen, it's not about distance with the Members Mark. It's about keeping it in the fairway, having a lot of spin, because boy, does that thing spin, and just kind of keeping it in play. You know what I mean? Then when it comes to Kirkland, Kirkland's actually more for a fast swinger, in my opinion. You can actually bend it left and right quite a bit, and a lot of robotic tests have really shown good results with a 115-mile-an-hour driver. So that's kind of what that ball reminds me of. I think they're two opposite sides of the spectrum, and there's a lot of YouTubers who want to compare them, but it's like apples to oranges. They're two totally separate balls. But here's where they are kind of similar. They're cheap. Check this out. $1.25 a piece, $1.32 a piece. They're 3-piece. They're urethane. You can pick them up while you're buying a big old box of chips, or a giant thing of Nesquik powder like I do. You just throw them on there without your wife even seeing. I mean, she doesn't even have to know, and she's not even going to notice it on the bill, because you can't go to Sam's Club or Costco without spending $400 or $500. You think she's going to notice a $30 for 2 dozen golf balls in there? I don't think so. Next up is a fan favorite, and really probably just a golf favorite at this point, and that's the MaxFly Tour. Now, the reality is you could put any of the MaxFly golf balls in here, the soft, the tri-fly, the straight fly, but I will say that when it comes to the Tour series, the value is just a little better and it edges it out. One, because the Tour series at this point is winning on tour. There are Tour players winning with these golf balls now, which you got to give MaxFly some credit. They have come a long way out of the depths of hell to come back to this. So round of applause. I mean, seriously, good job, MaxFly. But even better is that you, as a consumer, can get these golf balls that you're seeing on your TV on the weekends, guys play and guys win with. You can have it in your pocket for just $30 a dozen. In fact, if you look at this here, all these can be obtained for $2.50 a piece. 3 layers, 4 layers, all urethane, really high quality Tour golf balls. All you have to do is just buy the 4-pack. You buy the 48 ball pack. It's like a 4 dozen pack that comes at Dick's. I think you can order online. I don't know if they have them in store. I think some stores do, Golf Galaxy as well, but it depends on the store. So don't quote me on that. But you buy that, you get them for $30 a dozen, and it's one of the best deals in golf. I don't think there's much arguing to that. Next up is one that I really like a lot, and that's the Trust Bison. I know that this has been on like every single list, but for a good reason. They're really good golf balls. They really are. And you can get them for $30 a dozen like you can with the MaxFly, like we just talked about. But what I like about Trust is they have a unique design. They have a really, powerful, bold alignment tool. They have like this glitter coating that makes it shine. It's not obnoxious. It's not like super glittery. It's just enough to kind of give it a powder coat where it reflects in the sun and sees really well. And the performance numbers were really, really, really good from green to tee. It is what it is. It's a darn good golf ball. And for $30 a dozen, as you can see here, this is basically the same as the MaxFly, $2.50 a piece. You can't go wrong with that. You can support a direct-to-consumer. You can support one of the little guys. You can stand out on the course a little bit. And you can also save some money. Those are 2-3 of my favorite things. So I'm on board. Next up is another fan favorite. That is the Legato LTX 3085. If you're late to the party on this, then I highly advise you to check this golf ball out, because it is a golf ball that took the internet by storm last year. Their marketing campaign has been awesome. Their marketing manager, Ben, is a really smart dude, young, got a bright future ahead of him. I'm jealous, all kinds of stuff. No, love you, Ben, seriously. But what's cool about this golf ball is it MSRPs on Amazon for $29.99 a dozen, right? Which is already just a fantastic deal for a 3-piece urethane golf ball, especially one that tests as well as this. But that price goes down all the time. At the time of shooting this video, I think it's like $27.50 on Amazon for a dozen. And during Amazon Prime deals, which are ran like 3 days a year, you can get them like, I think as low as $19.99 a dozen. And when they do, stock up, because there's not a better deal in golf. I'll say that again, just to make sure you understand. There is not a better deal in golf than when you can get those for $19.99 a dozen, because you're getting one of the best performing balls I've tested in the last 2 years. Top 20, top 25, whatever you want to call it, maybe even higher than that. And you're paying $20 a dozen. You're paying like $1.50. In fact, just from that $29.99 MSRP price, it's $2.50 a golf ball. But like I said, it could go a lot lower than that. It could go down to $1.50 a golf ball. So incredible deal. Next up is the golf balls that won our top spot last year in the top 100, and that is the PXG Extreme and Extreme Tour X. And it's obvious why these golf balls are on this list. They MSRP on PXG's website as well as Amazon for $35 a dozen. They are a tour ball. They're designed to compete with any other tour ball on the market. And I got a surprise for you. They do. really well. Not just in my testing, robotic testing, the My Golf Spy test, it was one of the top performers this year. Plus, if you are a hero, what they call it, PXG takes care of their heroes, you can get them even cheaper. You can get them for $28 a dozen. And that's if you're a nurse, teacher, military, firefighter, EMT, first responder, whatever. You can go on there, $28 a dozen. Thanks to my mom's nursing discount, that's what I got them for. And this is the pricing on that. $2.33 a golf ball, just outstanding considering what factory these come out of. They're 3-piece, they're urethane. Yeah, I mean, I just got through saying how Legato was like the best deal in golf. That's got to be either second, third. I mean, it's got to be top 3, I would think, just based on those numbers alone. But I don't know. There's a lot of good golf balls on the market. Next up is one that has been a staple of the series for so long, and that is the Vice series. And I got a couple things to talk about with Vice, but let's start with the fact that Vice kind of maybe didn't invent the bulk discount, but really made it mainstream, I think. Vice for years now has been saying, hey, the more you buy, the more you save. And they start out at $40 a dozen, which, is that price good? Not really. But if you buy 5 boxes or more, you can get them down to $33 a dozen, and that is good. That's still really good for a 3 or 4-piece urethane golf ball. These have really cool designs, really great collabs. I mean, the shade is just beautiful. They came out with the Galaxy. It's beautiful. They have these new tracer alignments, and those look awesome. And look, for $33 a dozen, which ends up, as you can see, being about $275 a golf ball, it's really, really good, especially considering what you're getting as far as your quality and your designs, all that good stuff. Now, I also included the Vice Tour on there because you can get it for $2.08. It's not urethane. It is 3-piece, but the Vice Tour has done extremely well in a lot of robotic testing this year. Very firmer golf ball. Driver numbers are going to be where it makes its money at. I haven't got a chance to retest it this year. I'm getting ready to, but I'm hoping it goes well. But again, it's just a great value. Next up, it's going to surprise some of you, but yeah, the Top Flight series. Many people don't know that Top Flight still is not the same golf ball it used to be. It's owned by Dick's Sporting Goods. Max Fly and Top Flight are both a Dick's brand at this point. And Top Flight has gone through several rebrands. I mean, they've changed the logo, they've changed the style of the balls. And are these golf balls fantastic? No. They're solid, though. They're not Top Rocks anymore, that's for sure. They're not Rock Flights. They're not any of that. They're actually very soft. But what I like what Top Flight has done is that they've actually created 3 different golf balls at this point that are for 3 different golfers. The Gamer is kind of a medium balance, 70s compression. It's good with wedges. It's good with, short clubs, but it's also really solid off the driver as well. Then they have the XL Control, which is for soft, slow swingers, very squishy, all about just keeping it in play. And then they have the XL Distance, which is a firmer 2-piece, all about, well, distance. 83 cents a piece for the Gamer. The Gamer is one of my favorites of last year. I still play it if I just need a nice 2-piece golf ball to play on the course if I don't want to lose a lot. The Top Flight XL Control is 94 cents a piece. Then you got 92 cents a piece. They're all under $1 at their cheapest. And even though they won't win any awards, if you're someone losing a lot and you just, happen to stop by Dick's on the way home, pick them up. You know what I mean? Like, you can lose them and not have to worry about it. This next one I'm not real thrilled about, but it is what it is. It's the Spalding SD Tour. And look, I didn't really care for this golf ball. A lot of you wanted me to test it because its value before the buyout, because I'm pretty sure there was a buyout. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure because it's sold by PGA Superstore now. But before the buyout, it was sold, I think Rock Bottom Golf was the main distributor, and it was $20 a dozen. And a lot of you wanted to know, Nick, a $20 a dozen golf ball, 3-piece urethane, like how does it test? It tested okay. I'm not super impressed. Some of you really like it. But here's what I can't ignore. 63 cents a golf ball, 3-piece urethane. You can, no, I'm not making that up. You can get these golf balls at PGA Superstore for $10 a dozen, and right now they're running a special because I think they're just trying to get rid of them. 2 for $15. So $7.50 a dozen. I think you could make, again, I didn't want to put this golf ball in here, but I think almost anyone could make the argument, who cares even if they're slightly bad? Like if you get a 3-piece urethane that checks up around the greens and has that, more softer urethane cover, and you're only paying $7.50 a dozen, it's worth at least a shot. I mean, will I be buying them for that? No, but maybe some of you should. All right, last but not least, I'm calling this the AKA series, which is also known as. You know, these golf balls are all golf balls that are, I'll admit, two-piece. They're less expensive, around $1 a golf ball, but they're all made by a company that a lot of people don't realize. So, and what I mean by that is, let's start with the left here. This is the Precept Laddie Extreme, one of the favorites on the channel. A lot of people really love this golf ball. It's always tested well for me. $1.13 a piece, 2 layers. No, it's not urethane, but it's a great performing 2-piece golf ball. It's made by Bridgestone. A lot of people don't know that. It is a Bridgestone golf ball. You can go to Bridgestone's website, and that's where you can even buy it from. Then we get to the Pinnacle, and Pinnacle, it could be Rush, which is getting discontinued. I'm still heartbroken, but it's still available for purchase at the moment, as well as the Pinnacle Distance and the Pinnacle Soft. $1.33 a piece. 2, no. These golf balls come out of the Titleist factory. Those are made by Titleist. So you're getting Titleist's good quality and their great reputation, but in a less expensive golf ball. A lot of people don't know that. And then last but not least, we have the Noodle Long and Soft, which is probably my least favorite of the 3, but it's impossible to ignore the fact that yes, it's $1.13 a piece. It's 2-piece, no urethane, but it's made by TaylorMade. TaylorMade owns Noodle, and so now it's manufactured through them. Those are 3 golf balls that a lot of people don't know are made by the big boys. And it's funny because I actually love that because Pinnacle's the big one, right? Pinnacle, I hear people harp on it all the time. Those are golf balls that I have tested either over the last 5 years or specifically this year even a lot that I just think are some really good values. However, remember, we're a community, which means that if I missed any, you need to tell me in the comments because I might have. I tried to include as many as I could. I also didn't want this to be a 45-minute, hour-long video because I'm sorry I'm kind of rushing. I'm just trying to get through it. I know you guys don't want to see a 45-minute video of me just naming golf balls, but anyway, here we are. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the free stuff that really helps the channel out. We have a membership. It just starts at $1 a month, and it helps me test all these golf balls. I wouldn't be able to test 110 without the support of you all, and you've all been wonderful. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying our November so far. I'm cranking these out at a high pace, and I'm happy to do it because you all deserve it. I'll see you soon.